Howdy y'all, welcome to our channel. My name's Greg.
And I'm Sarina. Alright, so today's video is really just the story of how we went from being vegan to a carnivore. And we are staying carnivore. And we'll tell you why in this video. Alright, so I guess I'll have Greg give you background on maybe a little bit of his eating journey, health journey.
Background eating journey starts with I was eating whatever I wanted. In the Marine Corps, I was trying to gain weight, trying to get big, lift heavy weights, and stay active. And for performance, I was just eating a bunch of food, a bunch of pastas, a bunch of crap food. Then after that, I met my beautiful wife.
Aww.
She was a pescatarian. I love meat. I was very disappointed.
More like a vegetarian, because the fish, when we eat fish and
barely
shrimp,
ate fish,
yeah,
really.
we probably had fish or shrimp on like once a week.
So I spent about a year trying to convince her to eat meat.
But you spent a long time.
I spent a long time, probably 3 years actually.
Yeah,
but
3 years.
I finally gave up, and I was like, you know, I just want to eat the same stuff because, you know, we got married, and I was like, I hate cooking 2 separate meals, so I'll just be vegan like her, vegetarian like her.
Yeah.
So we're vegetarian. Sarina got some health complications that she found out, and I was right in the
Eek.
end. So anyways, she had some health complications.
Yeah.
So we did research, and I honestly had some health complications too, but nothing as serious as hers. I just had, you know, problems with my back and low energy levels, and I was literally looking like I was gonna die. I was getting skinny, and my skin was turning gray. I
think that was like the big turning point, because he went from looking pretty much like this, like healthy, and then there's photos of him where he's super skinny and his face was sunken in, like he looked like he was gonna die. My parents were even concerned. They like would ask me like about like his weight and stuff, but I wanted to know. I did not force him to do that same diet as I was doing. It was a personal choice for him. Later on, he started incorporating meat again.
I was a vegan or vegetarian for less than a year, right? But I'm pretty sure I almost died from that.
Yeah.
Me and Sarina were always looking on how to improve our fitness, how to improve our health, and so I stumbled along YouTube video with Shawn Baker in it, and he was talking about the carnivore diet, and I finally, you know, I convinced Sarina to do it. We did it. She comes to find out about last month that her health condition doesn't exist anymore. She doesn't have that problem.
Completely gone.
Which is strange. You know, like, how does something that you have go away like that?
And we can make a separate video about that. I'll just tell you now that I was diagnosed with PCOS, and then I changed my diet to mainly a carnivore diet. It's completely gone. The PCOS is gone. I've had imaging done and blood testing done, and it is gone. Right.
Yep. And then I know that, so for me, the first thing that happened was I got like my color back in my skin. I went from being gray to getting blood in my skin for whatever reason. I don't know why the vegan diet made me gray. My skin tone turned gray, but I got skin. Lots of collagen. Also was skinny fat. Like, I had skinny arms, but I was gaining fat in my stomach, which I never had in my whole entire life before going vegan. I was always muscular, somewhat vegetarian. I was somewhat muscular, always worked out, but I was gaining fat in my stomach even when I was trying to like do workouts. So very fatigued too. Those were conditions from that. But I noticed that my energy levels went up, my color, my skin went up. And also, I lost belly fat like that. It was within the first month.
I think the first 2 weeks, really.
Yeah, I was already seeing my abs coming back in the first 2 weeks for sure.
It was like magic, and it was so much easier for us to eat as a married couple. Eat the same thing. Dinners, meals don't take long at all, and it's such an easy Costco trip because we know what we're buying. We have a limited menu.
We've been on this journey for about 4 months now. 5 months now, and we just continue to keep getting better and better. I'm getting less fat but growing more muscle. I've gotten to a point where I've lost weight and I'm starting to grow in weight, gaining muscle. We're working out a lot. We have our own gym equipment, so we have our own home gym. We lift weights. She lifts weights, and we're just getting fit and better. We have more energy. We can focus more. I used to have a problem where I couldn't focus or listen too much. Like I'd hear a conversation and my mind would drift away. Now I can focus a lot more.
Yep.
And I don't know. We just try it. Just try it for 2 months.
Try it
beef,
for at least 30 days.
Yeah. So we mainly eat beef. Pork. I mean, we don't really eat chicken, but sometimes we'll eat chicken.
Randomly.
Yeah, because, I mean...
In the beginning we ate quite a bit, but we don't really eat chicken. Maybe like once in a blue moon.
Right, yeah.
And eggs.
Yeah, lots of eggs. We eat lots of eggs.
And we drink milk when we have our lattes.
Right.
Like a glass, 8 ounces of milk.
I used to think that I was lactose intolerant because I had really bad stomach pains whenever I used to eat cheese or milk. And on this diet, there's only been 2 cheeses that have messed me up on this diet. Pepper jack cheese and blue cheese. I can eat everything else. I can eat cheddar cheese as much as I want. I can drink milk. No pain in my stomach.
Cheese. You used to have to like go to the bathroom or take dairy pills.
Yeah.
Before.
And now
that.
For some reason on this diet, like my intestines just can handle the eating of the cheese.
Your body
or the dairy.
Healed itself.
Right. The only carbohydrates we get throughout the day are from our glass. We each have probably about a glass of milk a day, and that's it. So we are very low carb.
And the minimum, there's like tiny bit of carbs in eggs, but it's like next to nothing. Doesn't really
maybe
count.
Maybe half a carb an egg. Maybe 2.5 or 2.
Something like that. Something low.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, you convincing me to eat meat.
It was hard.
How long did it take you? Because you were watching like Shawn Baker and Joe Rogan.
I was watching Joe Rogan. I watched a Joe Rogan episode. I saw like how he did it for a month and then like his results, and I was like, wow, like, you know, like I want to get back to that physical being that I used to be. Like I can't lift as much. I'm just not like feeling as
weak.
Active.
It was like it was killing you slowly from the inside out.
And so I watched Joe Rogan, Shawn Baker. We also watched
Eric Berg.
And then what's the other doctor?
Dr. Kim Berry.
And they had a lot of knowledge. And you know what? We tried it. You know, I've literally tried every single diet known to man. Yeah. And I've never seen results from a diet. No matter, I've counted my macros, I've counted like everything. I've done all the diets that are known to man. I've done the vegan diet, the pescatarian diet, the vegetarian diet. And I never received results as quick as I do now.
And you never felt better. Like we continually feel better. Every month we get a little bit more better, and I didn't think that it would continue because we're going on 6 months in. In August, late August will be 6 months.
We showed our family this diet too, and then like explained like your family's results from it. My parents are too old to listen, but
so we had a family member that was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and the doctor and nutritionist were telling this person to, you know, consume carbs still and all of that. My family had asked us about what the diet that we do, and specifically me, because I was eating a little bit more keto, really, really low carb, like just like lettuce or tomato on a burger. And we explained what we were doing, the diet that we were eating, the foods that we incorporated on a daily basis, spread that information to the family. And that specific person started incorporating a similar diet, maybe a little bit more carbs, more veggies, and now they don't have to receive the insulin shot. So that's something that's really interesting. So after that happened,
that's our dog.
She moved our camera. Diaper queen, move over. My parents and my grandma, they started doing the same diet that the other family member that was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes did. And they've seen instantaneous results. My mom has lost a lot of weight. She feels better, and she doesn't have a problem eating that way. At first, I think she might have been a little bit concerned because when people hear the word diet, they get like scared, like, oh, I can't eat everything that I've been eating. But then once they're on it, it's almost as if their taste buds change, and then when you see results, you don't really want to change what you're doing, right? So she's been eating a very low carb diet for, I think, 2 months now, maybe a little bit longer, but she's never gonna go back to eating the other way.
Also, with this diet, it's not like a vegan diet where you feel like, or a vegetarian diet, you feel like you never get full. Whenever you eat this carnivorous diet, you're not gonna get bloated. You're gonna get full, and you're gonna like, who doesn't love the taste of meat? There's not one person we're not genetically made to not like the taste of meat. We're made to like the taste of meat. At least for me, I've never met anyone.
I think people argue that, but I mean, let's be honest. Meat has natural flavor.
Okay, let's be honest.
Already. You have to season vegetables, and you have to cook most vegetables, or you also get sick.
Right. The taste of meat is way inferior to vegetables.
Yes, naturally, in its natural state.
Right.
Especially.
Right, like, I mean, let's be honest. Vegans, vegetarians, Beyond Burgers, they taste like mud and oil mixed together.
Bad.
Those are so bad for you, and just throw them away.
Well, it makes a lot of sense. So you have a hamburger that's one ingredient. Maybe you season it with some salt and pepper and garlic, SPG, like we do. And then you have the Beyond Burger that has like a handful of ingredients that doesn't taste like meat. It tastes like dog food, and it's more expensive. It makes no sense. It's a marketing tactic. Like, they just want you to buy something else, and it's making everyone sick.
Yeah, and the thing about this diet, you're not going to feel like you're missing out because you're eating good food. You're eating bacon, eggs, like nice, juicy, tasty bacon.
Easy food
nice,
to cook,
juicy
too.
ribeyes. Like, you're eating that. Oh, you can eat that? Yeah, you can eat that, and that's some good stuff. Like, that tastes good. You're not feeling like you're starving yourself like on a vegetarian diet, eating Beyond Burgers and freaking Beyond hot dogs that taste like freaking dog food.
And they have like chicken nuggets and Beyond Bacon, and I don't even know if it's that brand, but all these fake meat products that don't look nearly as real as the real thing. They don't even look appetizing. And yes, I used to eat that stuff.
Yeah, all that.
But I always wanted what Greg was eating. Like, I always wanted it. So I used to eat meat. I used to be a meat eater. I would just eat whatever as a kid and stuff. And then what got me was I was convinced by like the media and all that eating meat was bad. So it was impounded in my mind that I was like helping the planet and all this stuff. And I think it's just a sad realization, and I have compassion for people that believe that. But you have to listen to what we're saying. That way of eating, you're just eating processed foods. You're not eating real food.
Slump.
Yeah. So I think that's the hardest realization. It was hard for me to touch an animal, like eat meat again, the first couple weeks. And then after that, I was totally fine with the idea of it. So it was just kind of like rewiring your brain. Like, this is how we've always eaten. I used to eat like this before, and this is what's going to help my health. That was the main reason why I changed, to see if it would get rid of my PCOS, and it did. So no, I would not change my diet again because now I'm healthy. And if that's going to make me healthy, then that's what I'm going to eat. And plus, I love eating this way.
We'll put in the description a link to some of the videos that we watched that really convinced us to try out this diet or this way of life, because this is what we're doing for the rest of our lives.
Yep. If you have any more questions that you want to ask us about the way that we eat a carnivore diet, you can leave us a comment down below. If you want to see more of our videos like this, then subscribe, hit the notification bell up above, and don't forget nothing. Don't forget nothing.
Thank you for your time, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.